Can everybody hear me okay? Okay, fantastic. Thank you, and hello. Hello to those here in the room, and to those virtually attending. It means so much to me that you are a part of today's festivities. Thank you, Marlise, Tammy, and Derek, for the super kind introductions. I am forever grateful to Marlise and the selection committee, as well as the corporate partners who support all the important topics and good works of today's event. I am deeply honored and humbled to be this year's recipient of the ATHENA Leadership Award. Even though things around us are different this year, clearly, she, ATHENA, is reliable. You can count on her, you can trust her. She is loyal, she is creative, she is empathetic. She loves a comforting cup of strong coffee or cold brew. She loves to toast achievements with champagne, especially with her friends and family. She is a daughter, one of 5 siblings, and due to the major gap between me and my next sibling, same mom and dad, the ages of my siblings and parents were classified, only known by us. To give you a clue, my next sibling is 14 years older than I, and my parents are 87 and 91. Hi, Mom and Dad, who are watching from Florida. Happy 66th wedding anniversary. Thank you. They were raised in the Depression era, and I learned to be resourceful from them. They taught me about character and hard work. My family is closer than close, even though we are physically apart in cities across the country. From my family, I've learned etiquette, loyalty, respect for my elders, and love. To my family, I love you. Being the caboose child, I thought I was put on this earth to take care of my parents. I did not have any intentions of getting married or having children until I met Jason Foster, a proud native son of Salt Lake City who made me his wife. She is a wife. Thank you, babe, for courting me. Thank you for being my rock, and thank you for making me a mom of 3 awesome dudes, my bonus son, Bronson, and our 2 together, Franco and Renzo. I love each of you with all my heart, and I wouldn't be here without you, literally. Jason would drive me to the 7:30 a.m. chamber board meetings every month. As a single-car family, he would continue to drop off the dudes at daycare or school, sometimes twice a month for many years. And this is one of the countless ways that you have supported me and my career and my service to our community. You are my ride or die. She is an entrepreneur. After 4 years working at the 2002 Olympic Winter Games, I started Infinite Scale with my business partners, Amy Lucas and Cameron Smith. We are proud Olympic leftovers who developed a methodology of collaboration during the Games that is now used to integrate brands into sport and entertainment venues across the country. We create fan experiences that many of you may have seen because sport brings us together. It's bigger than all of us, and I'd like to thank Amy and Cam for being my first marriage, as well as one of the finest collaborations to build this business together. Also, they have been beyond supportive of me representing our collective service to the Salt Lake Chamber and Downtown Alliance, including rebranding the Chamber and Downtown Rising. Infinite thanks, partners. She is a transplant. Salt Lake City is the 10th move of my life. I celebrate the anniversary date October 3rd every year. It's Infinite Scale's birthday too, and it's pause for reflection on growing roots here and meeting new coworkers like Linda Lucchetti and Don Sterling, who were the first people I was introduced to 22 years ago on that very day. Both are still dear friends and advocates who work with 2012's ATHENA, Gail Miller. I study Gail like athletes watch film of their performances, or like some of you watch reality TV. She is mesmerizing. My favorite quote of hers was when she bravely stood on the Utah Jazz court and said, "We believe in treating all people with courtesy and respect as human beings. No one wins when respect goes away." That moment for Gail happened about the same time I had one of my most intense moments at the Salt Lake Chamber. And what I'm about to tell you is my perspective and very personal. During an open discussion of a board of directors retreat, my arm shot up. Board Chair Steve Starks called on me. I spoke. I was a hot mess of a shaky voice, but I did it. What did I do exactly? Well, I told the Salt Lake Chamber's board of directors that they are the toughest room to be in and to present to, including the Salt Lake Chamber's board of governors. They are this confluence of warm and hospitable individuals, yet seen as a massive front of mostly white men in suits as a collective. To be clear, I know and see that this is not intended to be deliberate or to create a bad environment. With individuals or small groups, I could totally hold my own, tell stories, talk business, ask about their families, ask advice, give advice, build professional relationships. In my daily work, I present to and collaborate with team owners and executives with passion and ease. However, in this group setting, my voice was jumpy. Even though I was calm, my body language was off in this intimidating setting. I don't know exactly why, but I knew it needed to change for me and them and for you. To give you some background about me, I started working in the sports industry in 1995. It's a classic male-dominated industry. I am used to going to professional conferences and being the minority. I think it's great because it sets me apart and it makes me different. And I am proud to be a woman in this industry and want others to join me. And I work very hard at supporting them and their careers. So I raised my hand because the BOD is unfortunately representing something in Utah that we need to work on harder: inclusivity and gender wage gap. For 10 years, I saw this, why I represented the following: small business owners, transplants, females, and entrepreneurs. And I know that so many women and men put me in that role. They advocated for me to be on the BOG, the BOD, and the DTA. I felt like the chosen one, and still do. I don't want to let any one of them down, not for a second. But it was 10 years of service that led me to this point, to raise my hand. I didn't premeditate it. And in my hot mess moment, each woman in the room who knew me jumped in with a comment of support and additional explanation to the men in the room. They didn't know they were going to stand up for us that way that day, but they did. And they were eloquent and articulate. They went with the flow and they crushed it. That's what Athenas do. They talk the talk, they walk the walk. They are the game changers. Thank you, Athena Linda Wardell. Pathfinder, Dr. Donna Milovitz, Natalie Gochner, Heidi Walker, Kim Abrams, you were in the room. Thank you, Dee Brewer. Thank you, Steve Starks. It was Double S, Steve Starks, who created a safe space environment as he led this session as board chair. He contributed by expressing his stories of non-inclusivity that set the stage for this moment. And he followed up with the story about how our own Utah Jazz players were seeing that our beloved downtown arena is not a place of kindness sometimes. And this moment was a unifying moment for all of us, a game changer. Linda Wardell taught me that the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg was the recipient of the Global Athena. RBG, known for her quiet, forceful, brilliant voice, stated, "Speak your mind even if your voice shakes." I had not heard this quote until after she passed. You now know why it resonates with me. In researching this new recognition, I found another global Athena as a major influencer in my life, Olympic gold medalist Mickey King. I had the honor of working with her at the University of Kentucky Athletics Department, where she was the senior women's administrator and I was a sports information director. Although she never spoke about it, Mickey is an Olympic gold medal diver in the 1972 Games, and she took the time to call and write a letter of recommendation to the U.S. Olympic Committee as she knew I was applying for a job. I did not know this until after I was hired, and my new boss told me, "This is an example of wearing your crown every day to support those people who aren't in the room when they need you." Thank you, Mickey King, for being a fierce advocator. From you, I learned to go out of your way to put motivated people in the right place. It's a win-win for everyone. I took my role at the Chamber and DTA seriously, and it comes with me when I travel for business, which pre-COVID was about 60 to 70 days a year. When people find out I'm from SLC, they immediately ask me questions. The top 3 are, can you get a drink there? Are there still memberships? And did you marry a Mormon? And it's an honor to be able to educate them about our community and to break these myths. However, it's not cool to be the worst state for women when it comes to workplace environment, education, health, and political empowerment. Yep, Utah is ranked 50th for 3 years in a row, 2017, 18, and 19. And we can do better. The Chamber's platform is where we continue to do the work, just like the Women's Leadership Institute led by Athena Pat Jones. We are in good hands, and hopefully one day we can drop the negative stats focused on women and just be a collective of intelligent professionals who collaborate together. After all, the Chamber's mission is to be the voice of business, not women's business or men's business, just the voice of business. All those who work at the Chamber work hard for you. Please continue to participate so your voice can be heard, and know that they take all of the pandemic precautions. So if you can, sponsor an upcoming event. Go to the winter market that opens this Saturday at the Gateway. Bring someone with you. And I ask each one of you to pick one thing, one program, one event, and own it. Together we can make Utah a better space for all. And something as simple as your presence, if you feel safe to do so, is meaningful to all those who participate and plan these events, like this one. Thank you, Jackie Sexton. Thank you to Tara McHugh, Marissa, Maria, Nikki, and the entire team. The amount of work you have done to keep us safe yet together is remarkable. And thank you to Brent and BW Productions for the behind-the-scenes video. It was so fun to collaborate with you. To my mentees, Leah and Emily, I knew you would have incredible presence. Thank you for reverse mentoring me, and I'm so proud of your hard work and best attitudes. Look, I'm used to being the coach on the sidelines, not on the field of play like today. So this recognition is pushing my comfort level, as you can tell from my shaky voice. And I have granted myself permission to own that. The biggest reason why is because of all of the people who have helped me get here. It brings me joy, and it brings joy to my friend family, my work family, my chamber family, my DTA family, my family. These ecosystems are my energy and why I do it. Thank you for representing me, for helping me, for sponsoring me, and for loving me. And thanks to the amazing amount of congratulatory messages. Each one means so much to me. Many Athenas extended their regards, including Dr. Denise Huftelin. I asked her if I could borrow her crown, and she said, "Let me polish it up for you. I wear it every day." Wow, that blew my mind. Once in Athena, always in Athena, just like Olympians. Athenas and Pathfinders carry the responsibility to make our community and capital city better every day. We all do. My service moving forward is to continue to work hard to get the Olympic Winter Games back in Utah so that the world can see our magic. and that our kids, my kids, can experience them in their hometown. I want this next generation to be a part of the Olympic movement tribe by making their own marks and memories. To each of you, I give you my infinite thanks. Thank you.